Okay, so this time we will find the geometric mean of the following problem. So for problem number one, we have 5 and 20. As you can see, 5 and 20 is what we call the geometric extreme, and so this time we will find the geometric mean. So we are going to find only one geometric mean. So in solving the geometric mean, first is we are going to write the given. Okay, we will write given. Okay, next, we will find the value of E sub n. So E sub n, this is the value for the last term, which is 20. Next, we will find the value of E sub 1. Okay, the value for the E sub 1 is 5. Okay, E sub 1 is the value for the first term. Okay, next is we are going to find the value of R rather, for the common ratio. So since there's no value for the common ratio, we're going to write a question mark since we are looking first for the value of R. Okay, next is the value of n. So the value of n is 3 since we have three terms. And so this time we are going to solve the value for the common ratio. Okay, let us write first the solution. Okay, so we are going to use the formula of E sub n equal E sub 1 times R raised to the power of n minus 1. So this is the formula that we are going to use in order to get the value of the common ratio. Okay, so this time we are going to distribute the value of E sub n, which is 20. So we are going to write 20 and copy equal. And of course, distribute the value of E sub 1, which is 5. So we are going to write 5. And the value of R, since there's no value of R, so we are going to write R. And next, the value of n, which is 3. And bring down negative 1. So these times, so we are going to write 20. And we are going to multiply 5 and R raised to the power of 3. So 5 times R, that is 5R. And 3 minus 1, that is equal to positive 2. So this time we are going to eliminate 5 in order to have only R, since we are looking the value for the common ratio. So divide it by 5. Of course, we are going also to divide it here by 5. So this time we are going to divide it by 5 or cancel out this one since they are the same. Okay, and 20 divided by 5, that is equal to 4. Okay, so we have 4 R raised to the power of 2. And actually, this is not the final answer since there still have an exponent 2. So we are going to find the square root of R raised to the power of 2 and the square root of 4. So we are going to put in square root of 4 and the square root of R. So this time we are going to cancel out this one and this one and bring down square root of 4 is equal to R. So this time we are going to find the square root of 4, which is 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. So meaning to say the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So R is equal to 2. So the common ratio or the value for the common ratio is equal to 2. So this time we can now solve the geometric mean. So we are solving for the second term. So we are going to write E sub 2 equal E sub 1 times R. Okay, distribute the value of E sub 1, which is 5. And the value of R, which is 2. Okay, so we are now going to multiply 5 and 2. 5 times 2, that is equal to 10. So the value for the E sub 2 is equal to 10. So this one is equal to 10. Okay, this time we are going to solve problem number 2. So we have 3 and 1 over 9. So 3 and 1 over 9 is the geometric extreme. So this time we will solve two geometric mean. So of course, first is we are going to write the given. Write the given first. Okay, the value for the e sub n is equal to 1 over 9. And the value for the e sub 1 is equal to 3. And the value for r is none. Of course, there is no value for the common ratio since we are solving first the value for the common ratio, that is question mark. And the value of n, which is 4. Okay, we have 4 terms. Okay, so this time we will solving problem number 2. Okay, we have the given of 3 and 1 over 9, which is what we call the geometric extreme. Okay, in solving this one is we are going to find first the value of the common ratio, and of course we are going to write the given. Remember that the equation that we are going to use in solving the common ratio is e sub n is equal e sub 1 times r raised to the power of n minus 1. So first is write e sub n, and of course the value for the e sub n, which is 1 over 9. Next is the value of e sub 1 is equal to 3. And r is question mark since we are looking for this value. And next is n. And the value of n is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 terms. Okay, so this time we are now going to start solving the value for the common ratio. Okay, write first the equation. The equation is e sub n is equal e sub 1 times r raised to the power of n minus 1. Okay, the value of e sub n, which is 1 over 5, distribute the value. Copy equal, and the value of e sub 1, which is 3. And copy r since there's no value, and of course the value of n, which is 4. Bring down negative 1. Okay, so copy this one. You have 1 over 9 equal. So 3 times r, that is equal to 3r. And 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. So we have 1 over 9 equal 3 over 3r raised to the power of 3. So this time, we are going to eliminate 3. So by dividing it by 3. And of course, we're going to divide it here by 3 also. And copy equal. So we are now going to cancel out this one. And we have r raised to the power of 3. And of course, we have 1 over 9 divided by 3. So this time, we are going to get the reciprocal of 3. And so first is we are going to write 1 over 9. So since we are getting the reciprocal of 3, so that this will become like this. The operation will become multiplication, and we have 1 over 3. So in this case, as you can see, this is an example of the fraction, and we are going to multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. And 9 times 3, that is equal to 27. So we have 1 over 27 equal r over 3. Okay. So again, 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. And 9 times 3, that is equal to 27. Okay, so this time, we are going to get the roots of r raised to the power of 3 and 1 over 27. Or we are going to get the cube root of r raised to the power of 3 and 1 over 27. So we have 1 over 27 equal r raised to the power of 3. So we're going to get the cube root for this one. Okay, write it 3. And so 3. So this time we are going to cancel out this one and cancel out this one. So we have the cube root of 1 over 27 equal r. So this time we are going to get the cube root of 1 over 27, and the cube root of this one for the numerator is 1. Since if we multiply 1 3 times, so we have 1 times 1 that is equal to 1, and 1 times 1 that is equal to 1, and times 1 that is equal to 1. So we need to see the cube root of the numerator is 1, and the cube root of 27 is 3. So if we multiply 3 times 3, 9 times 3 is equal to 27. So we have 3 is equal to R. Or R is equal to 1 over 3. So the value for the common ratio is 1 over 3. And so this time, since we already have the value for the common ratio, we can now solve the two geometric means. Okay, so this time we'll continue solving the geometric mean. So we have the value for the R, which is the common ratio. We have the 1 over 3. So we are going to solve the value for the E sub 2. Okay, E sub 2 is equal E sub 1 times R. Okay, distribute the value of E sub 1, which is 1 over, which is 3, times the value of R, which is 1 over 3. Okay, multiply 3 and 1, so 3 times 1, that is equal to 3 over 3. So divide it by 3. 3 divided by 3, that is equal to 1. So the value for the E sub 2 is equal to 1. Okay, the value is equal to 1. Next is we're going to solve the value for the E sub 3. Equal to E sub 2 times R. Okay, the value of E sub 2 is 1 times 1 over 3 for the value of R. Okay, 1 times 1, that is equal to 1 over 3. So the value is, for the E sub 3 is 1 over 3. Okay, that's it. So the value for the for the E sub 3 is 1 over 3.